Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Its mission? To explore strange new worlds, to discover new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
Hijacked.
Message from Starfleet, Captain.
On screen, Lieutenant.
The USS Enterprise is to report immediately to Beta Myamed. The USS Masada has failed to report as scheduled. Determine nature of delay and take whatever measures are necessary.
Set course for Beta Myamed, sir.
In a moment, Mr. Chekhov, and hello, welcome back to Let's Play Star Trek 25th Anniversary. Start off this episode, we will do
Perhaps you should access my library computer, sir.
what Mr. Spock recommends and start doing some research based on what we've been told so far. So we've got Beta Myamed and USS Masada.
Beta Myamed, a Federation world. A supply depot orbiting Beta Myamed 8 has recently been subject to attacks from Alasi pirates on 2 occasions within the last solar year.
Alright, so let's see, can we see anything more on Beta Myamed 8?
Topic not...
No, we cannot. Alright. Let's go with USS Masada then.
Masada, USS. A Federation tug tender, registry NCC 293391. Currently under the command of Captain Kevin Keeler. Crew complement of 17. Primary mission, tow, repair of disabled ships. Its input override code is 293-397-736-3829.
Alright, I believe the entry on Beta Myamed mentioned problems with Alasi pirates, so let's look those guys up.
Alasi Prime, a binary star system which one inhabited planet, Manalvagor, is currently undergoing a revolution between factions which survive from raiding Federation ships and factions that wish to make peace with the Federation. Several continents were colonized centuries ago by the Andorian. The self-determination of the Manalvagorians and the treatment of minority Andorians is an issue of considerable controversy. The Alasi clan is the largest clan of pirates and have been blamed for 46 attacks on Federation ships in the last 3 years. They use revolutionary zeal to mask their activities as pirates. Starfleet tactical analysis characterized them as being daring and impulsive, but skilled in analysis and planning. In effect, they are very capable of acting in an unorthodox and surprising manner when their plans begin to fall apart. They are considered a Class 1 threat to the Federation.
Oh, that doesn't sound good. What else do you got, computer?
Alasi pirates. There are several bands of pirates based from Alasi Prime, the Ajalasi family, the Ajthuri, and the Andrasili. Recent events on Manalvagor have caused these bands, which typically battle each other, to unite and prey on Federation ships. Ajalasi, meaning the Fist of Ilasi, a name taken by the Demiri pirate clan of Manalvagor, and used as their surname for nearly 70 years.
Alright, so that's all the entries for Ilasi. Let's look at, they mentioned Manalvagor, so let's look at that.
Manalvagor, the only inhabited planet of the Alasi Prime system. It was colonized by the Andorians before their entry to the Federation. and their relations with the native population has been a major problem with the Federation in recent years.
Alright, so let's look at the Andorians since they've been mentioned prominently a couple times.
Andorians, a member of the Federation noted for their antenna-like sensory organs and their unusual blue skin pigmentation. The Andorian colonization of Manalvagon, which was done centuries ago, has resulted in considerable problems for the Federation.
Alright, and just to make sure we get credit, because I don't know if we get credit for scrolling.
Alasi pirates. There are several bands of pirates based from Alasi Prime, the Ajalasi family, the Ajthuri, and the Andrasili. Recent events on Manalvagor have caused these bands, which typically battle each other, to unite and prey on Federation ships.
Is that separate from Alasi?
Alasi Prime, Ajalasi, Alasi pirates.
Okay, it's the same entry. Alright, so we can try to look up the families. We have the
Topic not of it.
Did I spell it right?
Topic not. Topic not.
Maybe we...
Topic not. Topic not.
I guess we can't look up the families?
Topic.
I swear...
Ilasi
I know...
Prime, Alajalasi, meaning the fist of Ilasi.
So if we try to look up
Topic
Ajalasi separately, it doesn't give us an entry, curiously enough. That almost seems like a bug, but okay. So, heading back to the Masada, we did see the key information there is Captain Keeler.
Keeler, Kevin, captain of the USS Masada, a Federation tug tender. Graduated 87th in his class at Starfleet Academy. Stardate 3342.8. Keeler has the rank of lieutenant in Starfleet, but is the senior officer aboard the Masada.
Alright, and I think the critical thing, well, there's nothing super critical about that other than giving us some nice background information. So, but we know this tug has a crew of 17, so very small ship. I also like how they use a more modern military system of where, you know, it's not, the person who commands a ship is called a captain, but they aren't always a captain by rank. It's, in the real world, at least in most modern navies, it's determined, what rank a ship rates in order to command is typically determined by the number of people that would be under your authority, as well as the power of the ship, too. You know, I imagine a little boat armed with a nuclear weapon would probably be, require a greater rank than, you know, even a destroyer, standard destroyer, armed only with conventional weapons. Not that there's really anything like that other than boomer subs, but those aren't little boats, so. But, like, I know, I believe modern destroyers are captained by lieutenant commanders, for example. So this seems pretty in line. In fact, an ensign might even be able to get away with commanding a ship that small. But, in any case, I think we've got all the information we can get from the computer at this point. So we will go to Beta Myamed and check in on the Masada.
There is an unidentified ship closing rapidly, weapons armed and shields up.
Message coming in, sir.
On screen, Lieutenant.
Leave the Beta Myamed system immediately. You're interfering in Ilasi affairs.
We are conducting a search and rescue mission for the USS Masada. It was last reported in this system. We cannot leave until we can confirm its location and condition.
So be it. You have been warned. Prepare to die.
Mr. Sulu, raise shields.
Raising shields.
Mr. Chekhov, arm weapon systems.
Arming weapons.
Mr. Sulu, bring us the half impulse.
Target analysis off.
Give us a view of what we're dealing with.
Target analysis off.
Oh, there it is.
Target analysis off.
Alright, so these Alasi ships are fast, nimble, but they don't have a lot of punch.
Target analysis off.
We can see they've
Target
weakened our
analysis
forward
off.
shield, but we've chunked out a good chunk of their dorsal, bow, and starboard shields. Alright, we've inflicted severe damage on the Elasi ship, not enough to get them to flee or surrender or anything, but
The unidentified ship refuses to respond, sir.
we can change that. Looks like they've effected some repairs. Right there. Come on. Alright.
Target analysis off.
Alright, we
I
got...
don't know how long she can take it, Captain. She can't take it, Captain.
Mr. Scott, I need you to repair the warp system.
Aye, sir.
Target analysis off.
Captain, they are fleeing.
The enemy ship's initial intercept course was from the last known position of the Masada. I suggest we orbit the planet for a closer sensor scan, sir.
Engines repaired, Captain.
Thank you, Mr. Scott. Mr. Chekhov, disarm the weapon systems.
Disarming weapons.
Mr. Sulu, I think we can lower the shields now.
Lowering shields, Captain.
We will break off our pursuit. We can...
She can't take it, Captain.
Yeah, I know, I want it. There we go. I just wanted to turn it off. Alright, they've left our sensor screen, so let's go and find... There it is. Wait a minute. So now, Mr. Sulu, please orbit the planet and bring us to where that ship came from.
There she is, Captain. She does not appear to be seriously damaged. Her shields are up, and 27 life forms are aboard.
Well, that's interesting. Because our data here says there's only 17 for its crew. So the fact that there's 27 means there's 10 people who aren't supposed to be on that ship. Actually, I shouldn't do that yet, otherwise Spock will say things he should know nothing about. So, Uhura, hail the Masada.
Hailing the ship, Captain.
Greetings, Federation Imperialists. I am Elasi Seraph, and I have claimed this ship as a blow for freedom against Federation tyranny.
This is Captain James T. Kirk of the USS Enterprise. You are illegally in possession of Starfleet property. This is Captain James T. Kirk of the USS Enterprise. Listen, Lassie. Hand over the ship and hostages now, or things are going to get very nasty. This is Captain James T. Kirk of the USS Enterprise. Mr. Elassie, it appears that you have found something the Starfleet lost. This is Captain James T. Kirk of the USS Enterprise. You are illegally in possession of Starfleet property.
Ah, the infamous Captain Kirk. The Masada is mine. You will release 25 political prisoners I specify, or I will destroy the ship and its crew. The list of those wrongfully imprisoned should be coming over to you now.
Data file captured, Captain. Computer indicates they were all convicted of piracy with various counts of murder and mayhem thrown in.
Freeing the prisoners you requested will take time. We have to track down their current locations, and Starfleet will have to grant permission to move them here. I will get that started. You should tender a show of good faith on your part. Will you beam over so we can discuss negotiations face to face? We can work together on this, Elassie. How about beaming some of the hostages over as a show of good faith? We can work together on this, Elassie. How about beaming some of the hostages over as a show of good faith?
What? Lower my shield so you can beam over a war party? I'm not stupid, Captain. We'll play by my rules.
So long as the shields are up, Captain, our hands are tied.
The Enterprise can overpower the Masada and take her, but the pirates would have all the time they need to kill every one of the hostages.
Will you send over data on the whereabouts and conditions of my falsely accused clansmen languishing in your dungeons, Captain?
Very well, we'll do it your way. I will put together the data packet. Kirk out. Your fellow Alassi have been tried in Federation courts of law and found guilty of their crimes. We'll listen to your complaints if you discuss them reasonably. Forget it, Alassi Sereth. You'll be the next one languishing on a Federation penal planet unless you drop your shields and surrender to me immediately. Very well, we'll do it your way. I will put together the data packet. Kirk out.
Alright, well, that should buy us some time at least. Now we can talk to Spock.
Captain, we could use the command prefix code to lower the Masada's shields briefly, long enough for one transporter burst.
Correct, Mr. Spock, and we already have the code because we looked at the Masada's data entry earlier.
Masada.
And you can see
USS.
It's right there. But we do want to look up one more thing.
Topic no.
Sereth. Full name, Sereth Adelasi. A member of the notorious Elasi clan from Alvagor in the Elasi Prime system. Sereth is one of the younger members of the clan and spent 3 years in the Federation detention compound on Beta Carina 6 for assault on an Andorian official administering the supply depot on Manalvagor. Like his brothers and father, he is daring and impulsive, but a completist when planning activities. He is highly charismatic, but possesses nothing in the way of skills for commanding any sort of military craft, starship.
Alright, so then we can look up Beta Carina 6.
Topic not.
Beta Carina. A minor star system in Quadrant 3. Beta Carina 6 is the site of a Federation detention compound.
Well, I think that's as much information as we're gonna get here, so let's actually lure up. I need you to send the prefix code. 2939-1-197736-3829.
Sending prefix and lowering the Masada's shields.
Alright. Spock, Bones, you're with me.
Spock, come with me. Mr. Scott, you have the con.
This place is a mess.
The transporter bay has been damaged in a recent firefight. The transporter bay has... You look but see nothing of note.
But it's highlighted. There's something there.
This man was obviously the transporter engineer. He is unconscious, but alive. A small bomb appears to have damaged the transporter controls. These doors have been scarred by phaser fire. There was a battle here. Spock quietly analyzes the damaged areas of this transporter room. McCoy wonders how many patients he'll have on this mission. James T. Kirk cautiously watches the area. Lieutenant Christensen stands ready.
Alright, let's get some thoughts on the matter, Mr. Spock.
You get no response.
When this operation is complete, Captain, we should have Mr. Scott or Transporter Chief Kyle come here to assist with the repairs.
Let's not look too far ahead, Mr. Spock.
Well, Jim, there's one thing I can tell you. I don't like Alassi.
I can't see them winning any popularity contests, Bones.
They can forget about my vote.
Get what you can from this area. Let's get moving.
Captain, a thorough analysis is required.
Okay, but let's not stay too long in one place.
This is just like their raid on Damocles Station. Hard, fast, and dirty.
Alright, so let's see. Is that crewman alive? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right.
He's not hurt badly. I can revive him.
Good, then do so, Mr. McCoy.
Thank you, Doctor. Be careful, Captain. The Alassi like to set booby traps. If you need any equipment, I've got my tools in this workspace. I suppose I should be grateful to see anyone after that. I thought I was dead.
Well, with any luck, you won't have to worry about that for quite some time.
Provided the Alassi don't have anything to say about it.
Alright, let's see what's in this workspace then.
A Runcinate transmogrifier, an engineering tool used in the maintenance of transporters, which can be fitted with bits having a variety of irregularly serrated surfaces.
Of course, it's obviously a Runcinate transmogrifier. Who wouldn't know that? God. Mr. Spock, can you give me tricorder readings on it?
Nothing to report, Captain. Even our most efficient Chief Engineer Scott would have trouble repairing this damage in less than 2 days. Nothing to report, Captain.
Alright, McCoy, are there any life signs outside the transporter room that you can see?
There's nothing there required.
No, okay. So let's get the Rumsinate transmogrifier. So would you actually be able to fix this, Mr. Stock? Chance?
The controls have been virtually destroyed, Captain.
Can they be repaired, Spock?
With Chief Engineer Scott's assistance, I believe we could get them in perfect working order in 2 days.
Spock, we don't have 2 days. If we can repair the transporter, we might be able to transport onto the bridge and capture the Alassi.
I can attempt to jury-rig repairs if I can find parts. However, there is only a 67.357% probability of success.
I've always been a gambler, Spock. Figure out what you'll need.
Alright, I think that's all we can do in here, so let's move out.
This view screen communication terminal has been damaged beyond repair. Twisted debris has been scattered along the side of the corridor. Some kind of force field appears to cover the door. You are in a typical starship corridor. According to the deck plans of this class of starship, this is the entrance to the ship's brig. A tangle of mangled equipment reduced to junk. There are the remains of 5 phasers without power packs, a drained phaser welder, and scraps of wire and uncertain bits of metal junk.
Alright. Actually, before we do that, we haven't finished looking at...
Spock is analyzing the surroundings. You are James Tiberius Kirk, captain of the USS Enterprise. Lieutenant Christensen is carefully watching the hallway. McCoy is fidgeting around. Lieutenant Christensen is...
Alright, let's get some opinions.
This is a mess now, isn't it?
My daddy would have sent me to bed without supper if I'd done something like this.
I don't think we can bring down that force field, Captain. If we could, though, it might be less risky than trying to transport onto the bridge.
Can't say I like the decor.
This is a mess now, isn't it?
My daddy would have...
This corridor provides access to the transporter room, Captain. It is secure.
Thank you, Lieutenant Christensen, was it?
This corridor provides...
Okay. So let's take some...
Nothing to report.
Tricorder readings.
Strong electromagnetic readings come from the doorway at the far end of the hallway. A force field of unusual configurations has been erected in front of the doorway, which leads into the bridge. I don't think it would be healthy to approach too closely, Captain.
Thank you for that, Mr. Spock.
Nothing to report, Captain. Tricorder readings indicate an indeterminate number of people in the brig. At least 2 are armed with phasers. I recommend caution when entering.
Okay.
5 phasers without power packs, a drained phaser welder, insulation and bits of wire, and droplets of cooled molten metal.
Thank you, Mr. Spock, for telling us exactly what our eyes told us. Why don't we pick that up? And now what we can do is...
1 Starfleet Regulation Phaser Type 1, set to stun. 1 Starfleet Regulation Phaser Type 1, set to full power.
Actually, that's a Type 2 phaser. The Type 1 would basically be just that power pack.
1 Starfleet Issue Science Tricorder, a science officer's best friend. 1 Starfleet Issue Medical Tricorder to assure that Starfleet doctors make the correct diagnosis. 1 Starfleet Issue Communicator to allow landing parties to talk with their shipmates in normal circumstances. The Runcinate Transmogrifier. This device was invented by an engineer with a sense of humor about names. With the proper attachments, engineers use it for temporary fixes on key circuits. Some scraps of metal found in the corridors of the Masada. Some scraps of wire found in the corridors of the Masada. A phaser welder. It is without power. You are in a typical... These weapons are powerless, having been shorn of their power packs. One Starfleet issue medical kit.
Alright, with that, let's walk in here and prepare for combat.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Alright, that takes care of them.
You are in the brig of the Masada. 9 of the crew members are held in the cell. 2 Alasi guards lie on the floor. This door leads back to the main corridor. You are in the brig of the Masada. 9 of the crew members are held in the cell. 2 Alasi guards lie on the floor.
That's 11. Where's the other 16?
This appears to be the button that turns the brig force field on and off. These wires look like a modification of some sort. A bomb located just inside the force field. This guard is stunned. This guard is stunned. Kirk seems concerned by what he sees in this room. Spock raises an eyebrow. Lieutenant Christensen is fumbling for his phaser. McCoy is looking at the guards.
I don't like the looks of this, Jim.
Oops, did I?
A bomb located just...
I'm just a security officer, sir.
I see that the Alasi live up to their reputation, Captain.
They've turned this freighter into a prison barge.
The crew is tired and has elevated signs from...
Okay, so we can't talk to him directly, but...
Nothing to report. A medium-strength phaser bomb. The brig force field would contain the explosion, but it would kill the crew members within the cell. I recommend that we find a way of disarming it, Captain. Captain, the switch has been booby-trapped to detonate a bomb, presumably inside the brig somewhere. Captain, the switch has...
It's just,
Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing
He's got
to
no
report.
general reading, so...
Nothing to report.
McCoy?
The pirates won't wake for a while, but they're going to be quite unhappy when they do. I recommend that we not be here when they awake. The crew is tired and has elevated signs from extreme stress, but they will survive.
Alright, Mr. Spock, see what you can do about that bomb.
There. I believe the bomb is now defused, Captain. Captain, this wiring may prove useful in repairing the transporter.
Alright, let's see if we can get them out then.
Thank you for freeing us, Captain. We'll secure the area so they don't come up behind you. We've had electrical problems with our door to our bridge, Captain. The Alasi don't know we put an electric shutdown device. You'd never find it by chance. But if you used a charged phaser welder 2 feet to the left of the door and 1 foot off the ground, you might be able to shut down the force field and get a jump on the Alasi.
Excellent information, thank you. So, with that, McCoy, are you sure he doesn't need medical attention? I guess we can't do anything to that.
Thank you for freeing us. You better take the bridge before they suspect anything is up. You'd better hurry up, or they'll catch on, sir.
Alright, so with that, let's grab the wiring, as Spock suggested, and the bomb.
A bomb with 3 wires. Primitive, but potentially quite deadly. A length of wire removed from the terrorist's bomb.
So we can actually walk out now. Yep, just casually stroll out. And actually, if we go back in, we see they're tied up.
This guard is tied up. This guard is tied up.
You imperialist Federation scum! We will never surrender. Sereth is a great man with a great vision. I spit upon you! You imperialist Federation scum! We will never surrender. Sereth is a great man with a great vision. I spit upon you!
Alright. So with that, one last thing I want to do is...
The force field is interfering too much to get an accurate reading, Jim. The force field is interfering...
So first, what we can actually do is we can use our phaser to charge this phaser welder.
Phaser welder is now charged.
And we can use the phaser welder as instructed to disable the force field. Now, unfortunately, I don't know what the conversion rate is between pixels and feet, but I think it's about here.
The field is absorbing the energy. The field is absorbed. The field is absorbed. The field is absorbed. The field
It's a very
is absorbing.
small point.
Nothing happens.
You know, he said you'll never find it by chance.
The
There's
field
like
is
1
absorbed.
pixel in here. So if Kirk's leg is 1 foot, 2 feet, there it is.
That did it. The field is deactivated, Captain.
McCoy, can you get a reading of what's beyond there?
The force field is in... The force field is interfering...
What? We took down the force field, though. Oops. Oh, well. What we can do, though, is we can also use this welder to...
I think that does it. A comb bit for the transmogrifier. Now I can continue repairs on the transporter controls.
So now... we can...
A comb bit. This metal device looks like it fits into something else.
And indeed it does.
The parts fit together satisfactorily.
The Runsine transmogrifier fitted with the comb bit, an important engineering tool.
Alright, so... Curiously enough, McCoy
The force field is interfering...
let us read, even though the force field is down. And it looks like we've got everything else we really
The Runsine
need here.
a length of wire removed.
So we can go down to the transporter room, where we can actually fix the transporter control.
I attach these here. Now, all I need is a spare length of wiring.
Fortunately, we have a length of wire.
The controls are set for just inside the bridge door, Captain.
Mr. Spock, you're a genius.
I wouldn't go that far, Jim. But I do have to congratulate you, Mr. Spock. Now we can really risk shooting our atoms around the universe. Is this really necessary, Jim?
Analysis, Lieutenant Christensen.
Security analysis, sir. If we transport onto the bridge, we'll have the drop on them. Assuming Mr. Spock has the transporter working properly. If we could get past the force field on the door of the bridge, we should be able to surprise them for sure. Since we have a bomb, Captain, we could rearm it, transport it onto the bridge, and perhaps the Alasi will flee into the hallway. Then we could capture them.
And any hostages on the bridge will be killed when the bomb goes off. No, Jim, that's inhuman.
To say nothing of the possible damage to the bridge controls.
Actually, can we use our tricorder on the bomb? No, okay. Well, personally, I think even though the transporter is riskier, I feel like that would better let us get the drop than dropping the force field. Although in this case, we can argue, okay, we dropped the force field, so we'll be busy looking at that, but we beam in behind. So, Mr. Spock, beam us in.
I'm going to have a word for you, Spock, if we appear inside the door.
Oh no, I forgot to look at it.
It's over, Sereth. Surrender, and I'll guarantee the lives of you and your crew. Freeze. Don't even think about it. Check and mate, Elasi. Don't do anything foolish. It's over, Sereth. Surrender, and I'll guarantee the lives of you and your crew.
You are an honorable and worthy opponent, Kirk. I accept your offer.
Scotty, beam down a security team to the bridge. We have regained control.
The Alasi Klangman. This is a standard Starfleet bridge, perhaps not as impressive as the one on the Enterprise. There are quite a few pirates here.
Mr. Scott, beam us out of here.
Aye, Captain.
As you can see, you don't get much of a chance to use the look command in there because either you go in, you're slow, and they shoot you dead, or you get beamed out right away.
Message from Starfleet, Captain.
On screen, Lieutenant.
We have read your report on the problems at Beta Myamed and evaluate your performance at 100%. You and your crew received 4 commendation points. A perfect mission, Jim. You are a model for all Starfleet.
Trying to hold a Federation starship captive. Can you believe it?
Since we just witnessed that very event, Doctor, I'm surprised you asked.
It was a rhetorical question, Spock.
That took quite a bit of organization to seize a starship. Think we'll see more of the Alasi pirates?
Undoubtedly, Captain. I suspect they have considerable resources to draw on.
So do I. Sulu, take us out of here.
And with that, moderately happy ending.
Love's
Although
labor jeopardized.
This is for next time. So the thing is, though, we never found the. I mean, okay, we had what 11, count of 11 from the brig and the 2 guards, and then excuse me, we had 4 more from the Alasi on the bridge, which brings us to 15. That still leaves 12 people unaccounted for. I mean, I guess presumably they might be in engineering, but that's a significant portion of the crew unaccounted for too. And actually, an interesting fact about that mission is several times they mention, hey, you can take down the force field, and if you walk in, you'll definitely, absolutely, 100% taken by surprise. You know, it's a safe bet, unlike the transporter, which only has a 67% chance of working right. You actually don't get as much credit for just walking through the door as you do for using the transport, which I find odd. But then again, I also, you know, at least in terms of how it's presented in-game, whereas using the transporter, to me, makes more sense, because, you know, they think they have full control of the ship and that no one can beam through their shields and you just beam in, versus, you know, if you disable the force field, I feel like that gives them a little heads up before you enter. But there is one thing I wanted to see if I could look up. Lieutenant Christensen mentioned a raid on Damocles Station.
Topic.
And it looks like we can't look it up. So that's unfortunate, but let's see. Is Lassie Sereth's file altered at all?
Sereth. Full name, Sereth Audemasi.
Nope. Okay, so it doesn't update the library, which is unfortunate, but in any case, thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for next time. See you then.